Yesterday is gone, so you only have the day. You wanna throw in the towel, you wanna low on your face. Seem like it's too much, you wanna walk away. But you gotta keep going, you gotta fight another day. You gotta keep on going.
Can't stop here.
You gotta keep on going.
Try your tears.
You gotta keep on going. You gotta keep going.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Keep Going the podcast, where we change your minds, we change your perspectives to change your direction in life. Man, we got a very special guest on today, man. Oh, man, you already know the boy Nick Peace. He killing it. I see him all over IG. He on TikTok, man. He just dropped the podcast, man. I'm talking about he killing it in the game. What up, Nick?
That's good, man. What it is.
Hey, man, everything love, baby, over here. Hey, man, quick story real quick. Funny. I had this crazy thought and belief when I started doing my videos that nobody was doing it, right? Like I had that mind frame because I wasn't really on social media like that. Yeah. So when I started, I was like, man, I don't see like nobody doing this. Like, ain't nobody doing this. So I'm finna start doing it. And when I started doing it, your videos was the actual first videos that popped up on my feed. And immediately, like, I was humble, like, oh, so, okay, other people are doing this, man. So you was the first person I seen doing this, bro. And I think it's dope, bro. Man, I ain't even gonna flex, bro. I remember the day you followed me. I ain't even finna sit here and flex. I mean, the day you followed me, I showed my wife. I was like, oh, look, remember the boy I told you that he was the first one doing it? He following me.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Just to speak on that, I stumbled upon it myself. Like I felt like nobody was doing it. The person I look up the most is Eric Thomas. And I always wanted to be a content creator, but I wanted to do it in a positive way. I didn't know what that way was, but I knew I wanted to be positive. So I got into, gym content. I was like, all right, I'll be like, a fitness creator. And I would put motivation behind my videos and everything. And it was doing okay, but obviously I wasn't growing like I am now. And it was actually my wife that told me, like, hey, like, put your voice. Like, why you be talking, you be saying stuff, like, why don't you just put yours? And I'm like, man, but everybody doing it like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm saying, like, go viral and do the thing. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, let me try this. Did it. And I didn't see nobody doing it. I did it. Put my own little music behind it. I was like, oh man, I got the most views I've ever had on that. People really rock with that. Did it again. Just kept going. So I fumbled upon it also. And now that I'm not, trust me, I ain't no one big in my eyes. I'm still normal old Nick. But I like when I see other people doing it because I'm like, man, I wish I had somebody that followed me and just approved that I was doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even have to say nothing. Just give me a like, give me a follow, to give me that encouragement to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So like I try to be that for people, especially who they don't have a lot of followers or they're not doing it like that. You know, they ain't getting the views, but if it pop up on my For You, I'm going to leave a comment, I'm going to like, I'm going to something. And if you're really doing it consistently, then I'm going to follow you. So that's why I followed you, because I saw you was doing it every day. And I was like, oh, yeah, I like that.
Consistency. That consistency pays off. It pay off, definitely. Hey, so for anybody who watching the podcast, man, that might, even though, you know what I'm saying, you well over 100K, but anybody who might be seeing you for the first time, man, who is Nick Peace?
Man, Nick Peace is a work in progress. Nick Peace is a soldier of God, for God. I'm a vessel, and I'm learning and I'm healing in front of the world. So everything I'm doing, like, it's happening as we speak. I'm talking about my past. I'm talking about what I'm currently going through. I'm not perfect, going through a lot, still trying to figure out life, you know what I'm saying, all the specs of business and just everything. But, I feel like, especially as a Black man, we ain't vulnerable enough to talk about what we going through and express it. And when you see other powerful Black men do it, it gives you some type of boost. And you're like, man, I'm not the only one that's dealing with that. I'm not the only one that feel like that. So when I start doing it, I did it when I started doing social media, like it helped me more than I'm helping other people.
Mm-hmm.
When I started expressing myself and I started being vulnerable, it helped me more than to help other people. When they comment, man, I'm going through this right now. Man, Nick, you speaking. They don't understand that it's helping me way
Right,
more
right.
than, my message is helping them. So I'm all about giving value. Like Nick Peace is
Absolutely.
all about giving value. And I ain't looking for no charge. I ain't looking for no, even the business side. I've been so uncomfortable with that, bro.
Hey, me and you both, bro. Me and you both.
Because I'm so used to just like doing it natural, not even worrying about, all right, do you get paid from it? How we do this. But when you get to a certain level, you have to.
Right,
You
right.
have to start get that business side going. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's a part of it all because you want to teach the people who coming up doing the same thing you doing how
Mm-hmm.
to, monetize and do all of that.
Right. No, I love it, bro. I love it. All right, we already on the topic of content, man. So I think it's a perfect
Mm-hmm.
topic. So for like when you started, was getting on it, doing the videos, did that just come natural? Or like did it take like somebody to push you? Like how you got started? When did you
So
get started?
I would say 2021, I
Okay.
was playing around with it. I was playing
Okay.
around with it. And I've always been a person who made content, but I would do it like on Snapchat, just with my
I got
friends that I know. You know what I'm saying? So I was always behind the camera talking, doing funny things and all type of, random stuff. But um it was 2022. I had got 300 followers on TikTok, 2022, and I said, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna miss a upload I'm gonna upload every single day. Every single day. And I did it. I say by June, I was at like 300K on TikTok
you.
from posting every single day. I was at about 300K. And that was all through my phone. That's all you need.
Yeah, yeah.
300K, 300K, straight phone. And I got to a point where I was like, okay, now it's time to upgrade. Let's get the camera. Let's up the quality. Let's do a little bit. Let's invest in this. You know what I'm saying? So it's about consistency, and it is about quality. Don't people be like, oh, you can have no people nowadays, they want to see something that looks
Mm-hmm.
good and looks soft to their eyes and
Right.
not all rigid. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be bringing that fire. You gotta
Yeah.
bring you because there's
Mm-hmm.
so much content in every area. Like if you're gonna be a fitness influencer, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
If you want to do
Yeah.
this talking thing, trust me, hey, it's somebody younger than us
Yeah.
who coming up right now doing exactly what we're doing. Like people are continuing to come. So what stands out is you.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like other people they try to steal other people's style and take this and take like be inspired, do your thing, but you gotta be you.
Absolutely.
That's what's gonna do the thing. You know what I'm saying?
I told somebody this morning on the phone call. Matter of fact, the same way you did for me when you followed me. Like I took that and I was like, I'm gonna be that same person for other people who might be under me. And a
Mm-hmm.
guy, matter of fact, I started following. We exchanged numbers. He called me this morning to talk to me, and what I told him was, only when you be you can you separate yourself.
That's
Only
it.
because if you
That's
if you been
it.
somebody else, they already them. So you
Yep.
you can't separate yourself from that. So
Mm-mm.
I love that, bro. Did you go through a time? Because I know you said you had the 300K on TikTok. So I'm guessing the IG, it took a little minute for it to roll around.
And so a funny story about the IG. I actually had a guy who followed me. His name is Deefs Fit. I forgot his name. But he inboxed me. And this is when I was responding to all my DMs. I can't no more. It's too many. But at this time, I was responding to all my DMs. And he was telling me that I needed to post my content on IG because people were stealing my content from TikTok and going viral with it on IG. And I kept going to IG. I only had like probably 300 followers on IG. These are all family and friends. And I would see my videos pop up on IG. I'm like, dang, people reposting and they going viral. I mean, millions of views, bro. Millions of views. I'm like, man, that's crazy. And he told me, like, bro, you need to bring it over here. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Did it. Man, when I tell you, in a matter of like 2 months,
Wow.
shot up. And
Wow.
I was just as shocked as anybody else. I'm like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
wild. But that's what made me bring it to IG.
Wow, that's wild. That's crazy. Yeah, I see what you're saying with the whole thing with like with your stuff being taken and used elsewhere. Cause I know some of these like big time people, they got other people to run their page, but I don't know if you've seen it like when Master P had used my stuff on his page.
I
And
did.
it was crazy because I follow Master P. So when I came across the video, I was like, why IG showing me my own post? First of all, that would make sense to me. And then I seen Master P at talk, so I was like, oh, it's a glitch. It's a glitch. Let me close out the app. Let me go back in it because it's a glitch. And then I went back in and I went to Master P page. I say, oh, stop. He posted my content on his page. This is crazy. This is somebody I grew up listening to. And then I didn't have no like it was nothing that can bring it back to me. And I was like, oh, I said Master P a message and everything, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm working too hard out here, man. I'm working too hard, but just show me some love, man. But nah, man, that's what's up, bro. But like, so what I always try to tell people, bro, like, cause you said something about being consistent, and I think because I'm be real with myself, like. I've tried to do content creation for a long time. Like, I mean, since like 2008. So people hit me up and they be like, bro, how you learn this? How you learn that? And I'd be like, bro, I honestly, all the skills that I got now, I learned from just failure, just over years. Like at first I thought it was for no reason. And then eventually I started to learn that like, it's not for no reason. Like I gained all these skills, you know, from what I thought was failure, but now it's a skill set that's working for me. But what advice would you tell somebody? Because I believe like you have to have a winning attitude, bro. Because like I got people that hit me up like, hey, it's not working, man. The likes, the comments, and first of all, one thing I was big on, I got this thing, me and my boy, it's called post and go. And what it was is you just post it and you leave it. Leave it alone.
That's me. Hey, that's me.
I feel like you get too tired to it. You get too tired. If it don't do what you wanted to do, then you're going to be like, oh, man, it's not working and this and that. Because I tell people my most viral video that went viral for me the first time, I wasn't even going to post it. Like, I didn't like it. Like, I started, like, being extra hard on myself. Oh, man, nah, that's, I could have did that better. The only reason I posted it, it was the only thing I had left. And if I want to continue to post and be consistent, then I got to drop this video. And I just dropped it. I kept going. And then it started to like go up in numbers. You know what I'm saying? A little 20K. For me, 20,000 views at the time was like, man, I'm doing my thing. Like, it went up to 50. And I was like, oh, I'm viral. Then it hit 100K. I was like, this is nasty now. I don't even know what you're doing no more. But what would you tell somebody, bro? Like, just to keep like how to keep a winning mentality. Like, not so much focus on the likes and the comments yet. Like, if it's something they're really passionate about.
By any means necessary. That's the motto. So no matter if the views are low, no matter if the views are high, I'm posting a video tomorrow. No matter if this video going viral, I'm posting a video. If this video flop, I'm posting a video. Man, you don't know how many videos I was like, that's the one, bro. That's the run. That's the one. Everybody gonna hear this. This gonna go viral. It's gonna spread. Man, everybody gonna relate to this. 2,000 views. 3,000 views. I'm like, man, what? And then I go post the little quick one I made because I was just trying to get a post out. And I post and I do what you do. I tell people the same thing, post and go. That's the same thing. I post in the morning and I go to the gym. I try not to mess with it, nothing. You will see, like, I be like not responding to comments until later in the day because I legit post it and I get off. And then I also struggle with the being on social media too much. Like I want to be in my real life doing my real thing. So us being content creators, we have to be on social media. But trust me, if I wasn't a content creator and I didn't love it, I would legit not be on there like that.
Exactly.
For sure. So I post, I go hit the gym, do what I gotta do, boom, boom, boom. And then I go back later and see how it does. But for me, I feel like when you get to a certain point, you start realizing that a video going viral don't even matter. It don't even matter. Like, it don't really make you a lot of money, especially on TikTok. Not on IG. It gives you exposure, and that's what you're looking for. But it's all about capitalizing on it afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about the monetization. Like, what are you driving those people to? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So those, like, looking at the numbers don't matter. You got to build a community. You got to build a group of people who really rock with you. So you got to look at it like those people are potential clients. Those are potential brothers. Those are potential connections. That's how you got to look at it. So even if you get one a day, not one view, because one view would be horrible, but one follower a day, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a W, because you started somewhere, you're moving.
Right.
Slow motion is better than no motion. And that's the way you got to look at it. You got to be consistent, not worry about the numbers, not look at who doing it. Oh man, that's a big one. To stop comparing yourself to people, because that's what get a lot of people tricked up. They looking at everybody else and seeing their views or seeing what they do, and then they're like, man, why am I? Don't compare.
Right.
Don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you just need to do a little more, post more, be a little more creative, start doing something different, like switch it up. But the goal is still the same. But you may have to do a few other things. Like, I've done many different things. I've hiked a mountain and talked behind it. I've been in the gym and talked behind it. I come in the mic. It's different ways. You know what I'm saying? You want to spice it up, see what works. And then when you find what works, that's when you know, hey, pressure, let's go right there. And then you attack that lane until you can't attack it no more.
Yeah. No, I love it. That's why I told somebody today, man, you have to just keep going to see what works for you. Just be able to try new things, see what works for you. Now I love that. You think you play sports, right?
Oh yeah.
What you played?
Basketball.
Basketball. Me too. Play basketball. Did you end up playing college?
No, I didn't end up playing. I ended up getting hurt, having a baby.
Okay.
Excuses. I went through a time of depression. That's why I know depression is real. Gave up on basketball and didn't have a sense of direction. And I found this. I found content. I tell you the truth, bro, the crazy part, nobody know this, but it's kind of embarrassing to say. I ain't even know YouTube was real. It's like a thing. Like, people made content on YouTube. When I grew up in a time where, bro, internet wasn't like internet now.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't get my first cell phone until I was like 14, 15. Like, and it was the Motorola little flip one.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I didn't have Wi-Fi growing up. I barely had I didn't have cable. I had like with the antennas on the top. And my grandma would put the aluminum foil. It sounded like, to people younger than us, they probably gonna be like, man, that sounds crazy. But I used to go to my best friend's house, RIP to him, to watch YouTube videos, and it would be like Soulja Boy, to learn the Soulja Boy dance, to crank that and all of that. So all the way up until like high school, social media started kicking off. But I was never like, I didn't know it was like content creators and people making money from YouTube and all of that. So when I went through my depression stage, that's what I started finding out about. And then I found out about Pretty Boy Fredo. I don't know if you know him. Yeah, I started watching him. And Cash Nasty. But Cash Nasty is from where I'm from, in Louisiana. So I looked up to his content a lot. Okay. And that's what made me like, man, I can do that. That's my life right now. Like, I be doing pranks. I be, I can do a 1v1 easy. Like, I can do all of that. And I tried it. It didn't work. But I knew I wanted to be positive. And I thought, just because I didn't make it to the NBA or kept playing basketball, that I could bring basketball in another way. So I was thinking, like, go and do content. But what I didn't know is God blessed my voice way more than my skill of basketball. And now that I figured that out and I have that passion, it's on go. I'm not stopping.
That's dope. That's dope. It's funny because when I heard your story, you talk about that, it was kind of similar to mine, because I tell people all the time, 2020 was the most depressing year of my life. And it was because I turned 30 and I wasn't where I wanted to be in my life. But the part of that I never tell is what I was comparing it to. I played ball all the way up to high school. And in my mind, I'm going to play NBA one day. And it's hard to be 30 and you comparing yourself to a possible $100 million contract. Like, I'm not making $100 million. You know what I'm saying? And then you have all these big goals and big dreams. And now I feel like I failed myself because my whole life, I mean, since middle school, I used to have cats coming up to me, praise me, hey man, when you go to the NBA, don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. know what I'm saying? I was always used to being one of the star players on my teams. I was always used to stuff like that. So then I got to a point where I was like, try to fill a void. Like, man, like God, what is it that you like? What can I do? Like, what purpose can I serve in this world? You know?
Yeah.
And the funny story is when I started doing the videos, it's been something I should have already been doing. So to make a long story short, I used to have a speech class, and I took a speech class, and the teacher basically told me, you should get paid for speaking. You're a great speaker. I'm like, you get up in front of people and speak all the time? Like, nah, I'm
Come
good.
on.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
good.
good.
I'm
Oh
good.
yeah.
But I don't talk about this much. A lot of people don't know this, but I'm a preacher. So I'm used to speaking in front of people. But when I do it, I say all the time, it's because it's God's desire. Because I'm not the type of, I'm a very to myself person. So I'm not the type of person to like to want to be in the spotlight. I don't care about the spotlight. You can have the spotlight. But when I feel like I'm called to it, then I feel like it's a purpose. Like, this is something I need to do. So when I got to the videos, like, it be people at my job, they were like, man, like, how you learn how to speak? I really can speak all alone. All alone. I just been running from it, to be honest. I've been running. And it's just like that depression in 2020 just told me, like, I feel like God told me, because I used to encourage myself in the mirror. And God told me the same way you encourage yourself in the mirror, take it to the videos and encourage the world. So then that's when I started doing it. But it was like, I could have been obedient and listened a long time ago. But I was running for so long. And then it's like, when it started to like take off, I'm like, oh, I was supposed to. Oh, okay. But nah, man, I think that's dope, bro. And I think, like you said, with basketball, I think I tell people all the time, I think basketball gave me like to have a winning attitude. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I say all the time, like my little daughter right now, she play ball, she plays sports. I wanted to get her involved in something where it was teams, where she can learn how to win, what win it is. I say all the time, man, it's not everybody want to make it seem like we live in it, everybody get a trophy. You know,
Oh
everybody.
my God.
You know what I'm
Oh my
saying?
God.
It's like,
Second
that's not the
place,
way it
third.
works. Yeah. It's crazy to me, bro. But like, speak on a little bit of that for me, bro. Like, this, everybody get a trophy society we can live in sometimes, bro. Like, people understand that winning takes hard work. It's not easy. And I want to speak on a little later with you, because I know you're a basketball person. Talk about these NBA finals, since we talking about winning and things such as that, bro. But speak on that for me, like what winning look like, man.
So that I feel like our society right now is catering to trying,
Right.
to giving some type of effort. Oh, it's okay. At least you tried. At least you did this. And, and I feel like for us growing up, we had the uncles, we had the dads, the older generation that was like, nah, man, you gotta go. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta be on top. Like, you gotta do your thing. You gotta work 10 times as hard as the next person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we're pushing away from the Kobe mentality.
Oh man.
And we're pacifying grown-ups, not just kids. We're doing it to the grown-ups, and especially to men. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's understandable when it comes to a woman and a girl, you be a little more soft. But to men, we were meant to be alphas. We was meant to like be dogs. We was meant to go after it. We was meant to protect the family. We was meant to do, you know what I'm saying? Be in a position that a man's supposed to be in, the leader. Right. So I feel like for me in basketball, like, losing wasn't no option. I ain't go out there knowing I was gonna lose, not one game. But you got kids right now, they go and they see these dudes in AAU, they doing 360 dunks. And we lost already. Look at these dudes. That used to happen when I was like, they better be able to shoot. They better be able to dribble, because that dunking ain't gonna get you too far. It's 2 points, just like my layup. You know what I'm saying? So I always went into every situation like, I'm that guy. Even if I knew you was top in state, even if I knew you was really killing it, you gonna have to show me, because I'm gonna play the whole game. I was that type. Like, I would play the whole game because I want to win, and I hate losing. So even with my kids, it's like, get up, keep going. You lost, it's okay. Don't cry about it. Practice. Keep working. So next time you prepare. Next time you know what they doing. And you like it's that keep going mentality. So look what podcast we on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's really that. No matter what, by any means, I'm gonna win. By any means, I'm gonna keep going. By any means, I'm gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody coming hand nothing to you.
Nothing.
And that little measly trophy that life tries to give you for trying don't mean a thing. Ain't nobody talking about that. Ain't nobody talking about you making it to the first round, the second round. You wanna know what they're talking about? Who won the championship?
Yeah.
Who in the finals right now? You know what I'm saying? I'm the biggest LeBron fan. But guess what? We talking about the Nuggets and Heat now.
That's what we talk about.
Because it's about who's gonna win. It's about who's winning. You know what I'm saying? It's about who's dominating. That's what people gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Not at least he tried.
Yeah.
At least he dropped 30. Nah, you needed 40 to win the game.
Yeah.
So drop 40. Period. I posted one video today and it did okay. Well, post 3 then.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that simple. I went through a stage in my life where on TikTok for 3 months, I posted 3 times a day. I was listening to the TikTok gurus. Yep. They was like, hey, no, you need to post 3 times a day. And it was some truth to it. You know what I'm saying? Especially in that time. It was some truth to it. I think the algorithm changed a little bit now. And obviously I don't need to do it that much now. But it worked. It was really accelerating, you know what I'm saying, my views and what I had going on. So I just, from sports, from my life, from my environment I come from, like, you either a shark or you a fish, and it's which one you want to be.
No, absolutely.
The world is full of sharks, bro. Like, the world is full of sharks. So they will eat you. They do not care. They do not care where you from, how you walk, how you talk, what your feelings are. Oh, I just did a podcast about feelings.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, like, you gotta, like, for me, I'm like, I tell myself, bro, your feelings ain't real. They not real. They real, but they not real. Because at the end of the day, you still got to do what you got to do, no matter how you feel. Losing sucks. Don't lose again, so you ain't got to feel that again.
Yeah.
Period, bro.
Now, I like how you said that, like you said earlier, by any means necessary, because I think if somebody don't catch on to that message, then they're gonna realize when they get into the real world, and we get into your job place or wherever it is, that's you gonna need that. Because your job ain't gonna give everybody a trophy. I'm sorry, it's money involved. This is business. You know what I'm saying? This is the person that's gonna be put in this position, and you can get in your feelings or whatsoever. But at the end of the day, results is the only thing that matter.
Yep.
That's it, bro. It's just results. Like, at the end of the day, like, I don't care what you say with your mouth. What results can you give me? And
that's it.
In a society, like we're saying, like, I coach a youth basketball team, right? They all 10U, right? And I remember last year we was the runner-ups, and we got a small little girl on our team, but she got fire in her, bro. I'm talking about she not trying to lose. Like, this girl, man, she probably like 4'2", but this girl got the heart of a 7-footer. I promise you.
And you can't teach that.
You can't teach that. And we lost, bro. We was the runner-ups, and they gave us runner-up trophies. That girl cried and threw her trophy. She said, I don't want this. This is not what the winner, like, like, what are we? You remember that song with Nelly, I am number 1, 2 is not a winner, 3 nobody remember. It's like, bro, like, no, like, I don't, like, I tell people all day, I'm willing to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to talk about my problems. I've been broken. I've been down. I've been depressed. Like, I understand all that. But I understood, like, people was getting mad at me because one of my videos, I was basically talking about you got to choose happiness. Like, you got to, like, no matter what you going through, like, you being down and just wanting to give up ain't going to change the situation.
Nope.
Like, it's not a solution. Like, I like me and my wife, I talk about it all the time. It's like, if it's not a solution, then where is it going to get me? If I can't pay my bills, me sitting and crying about it won't pay them. It ain't
worrying about it. Won't pay it.
It ain't gonna pay it at all. The only thing gonna pay it is me getting something done, me getting some money to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? The light company ain't gonna be like, you really going through that right now? Oh
Yeah.
man, we understand. We truly understand. And because we understand, we're gonna give you the next year for free. No.
I wish that's how it worked, but it's not. It's
Like,
not.
that's not the way life work, bro. But I love that you said that, bro, because me and my boys, we always talk about hoopers. And like I talk about the players like the James Harden and them, like the great players that don't win rings. And I say the reality of it at the end of the day, when we all the players we talking about down the line, when we talk about the top 10 and all that, all those players got rings. Like we talk about winners. That's what we talk about. And the other people get kind of faded out. Like you kind of remember them if you came up in their era. If you ain't come up in their era, you forget them. I don't hear nothing about them. You know what I'm saying? It's like I ain't even me personally. I didn't grow up watching Jordan. By the time I started watching basketball and I cared about basketball, T-Mac was my favorite player, and he
I
used
was
to go
just about
against
to bring up T-Mac. Yeah,
you okay? Yeah, that was my favorite pick. I'm from Orlando, bro. So T-Mac was my guy. Like everything I tried to do was like T-Mac, bro. And but what I loved about Kobe was his mentality, bro. That is, bro. Like I had to steal that mentality, bro, because like I think that's the kind of mentality we say it all the time, Kobe mentality, but that Mamba mentality. But I think that's the kind of mentality you need to win in life, bro.
Oh yeah, and why it's so great is not just for him. It's the fact that it rubs off on everybody who's around him. So if you're on a Kobe Bryant team, you can't help but have a winner's mentality because he ain't accepting no less. So with you got these other players, their mentality is not as highly driven as Kobe. So you bring up James Harden, like you just don't see that dog in him like you seen with Kobe, where he elevates everybody. Like you can score, you can dribble, you can cross people up, but one thing Kobe gonna do is win. Like he gonna win the game. He gonna show up when it matters. So a lot of these players, you see them shy away when it's time to show it when it matters. That's why I love Jimmy Butler. He ain't won a ring yet, but you can't tell me he don't look like he's going to. In his whole career, he's gonna win a ring. I don't know if it's gonna be with the Heat or if they're gonna add something. It might be this year. If it ain't, that's somebody you're like, bro, he's gonna win because he shows it in his when they did the trophy ceremony. He was like, nah, I'm gonna hold the next one. That's some Kobe-ish right there.
Yeah,
that's some Kobe stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that mentality is not teachable, bro. Like as a person, you just gotta want it. You gotta want it more than the next guy. And for a lot of NBA players, I've been listening to a lot of interviews. Is a lot of NBA players don't care about basketball as much as we think. They don't love the game as much as we think. They love what it does for them.
Right.
And they're pretty talented and they put in a little work that, obviously their talent is undeniable. But you got those guys like the LeBrons, the Giannis's, and you know what I'm saying, the Kevin Durant, that they put in the work and they're just talented. So they're just great, man. They just great. Like Jimmy Butler talked about his story where he didn't even know he was this good.
Right.
But when he started taking basketball serious and he started putting in that work, now you see what Jimmy doing now and what he capable of. But not everybody has that mentality. Some people are just like, they just want to hoop. They just want to get $1 million and hoop.
Now I told people once they beat the Bucks, I said, don't sleep on Jimmy. He just got too big of a winning mentality.
I slept. I still slept. And I apologize to him. I apologize.
I said, do not sleep on Jimmy, bro. Don't sleep on Jimmy, bro. After he knocked Giannis out, I said, when it comes to just will of the game, he's the best player on the East. I honestly said every matchup he's going to win. Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on him. But man, what's your predictions for the finals?
So in my latest podcast, I said Nuggets in 7, I think. I said it's going to be a 7-game series. I don't see the Heat winning a game 7 in Denver. But after what, yesterday or 2 days ago? I don't know.
I know.
It might be Miami in 6. I don't know, man.
So mine was because the Nuggets have so much with Jokic and then Murray. I feel like Jimmy didn't have enough. So I said he was gonna get the gentleman sweep and Nuggets was gonna win in 5. That's what I said. But after they took it in Denver,
Game
I
2?
said, Jimmy, forgive me, brother. I slept on you this time. I don't know what's gonna happen because whenever I don't believe you gonna make it happen, something happened, bro. You don't. You on paper, you don't have the talent to do it, bro.
Nope.
You don't.
You don't. You ain't got the names. You ain't got the stats.
No.
You ain't got, like
I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what's going on, but I'm happy for them boys, man. But but one thing I can say about Jimmy, what we said, it's the mentality, bro. Like. Technically, he's supposed to go in there like we not gonna win this guy's great season. Like we should have been out against the Bucks. People use the injury excuse. Cool. I'm a Giannis fan. Giannis is my second favorite player. Curry my first. So I was like, all right, Giannis got hurt. Cool. But I said Jimmy Butler can will his way to win when he did against Boston. And then I feel bad for Boston because he could have swept them. But you gonna let it go all the way back to 7 on their court, then blow them. Oh, that's embarrassing, bro. It's like he was playing with his food and he's like, all right, it's time to eat. Like, but that was crazy, bro. But I just love the mentality, bro. But hey, for anybody listening, bro, because I just be seeing you doing your grind, do your thing on here. What is it that keep Nick going, man?
Man, it's knowing where I came from. You know what I'm saying? Knowing where I came from, looking at the people I grew up with, and looking at the environment I come from. I got a lot of brothers. I come from a very bad neighborhood. I got a lot of brothers I grew up with that ain't here no more. And I hold them on my shoulders. I don't really speak about it. I don't really like talking about it. I still haven't even dealt with it, to be honest. Like, it still hurts, but I feel like I can hear their voice. Like, Nick, we always knew you was gonna be the one. We always knew you was gonna be doing your thing. And then on top of that, my family, my wife, my 3 kids, like I have so much on my shoulders to be great. I gotta break that generational curse, man. I gotta be the difference. I gotta be the one to pivot. I gotta be the one to hit the Euro. I gotta be the one to make the change so that they can have a better future and they can continue to name, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just driven. And, sometimes it's not the best because I'm driven by a lot of pain and disappointment. But I feel like right now, and for a lot of people, you take what you can get. Whatever pushes you, take it. If it's pain, take it. If it's you crying every morning, take it. If it's you getting in a dark room and just letting your emotions go, but that pushes you to keep going, to keep striving, to make it to that next level, whatever it takes. And I'm just at that point right now where I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of pain, it's a lot of disappointment, it's a lot of people not showing up for me in spots of my life where I felt like they should have, that keeps me motivated. Because I know if I fall, nobody got me. And I know a lot of people going through that right now. Where they like, if I don't get up and go to work, I'm not gonna eat. I'm not gonna have a place to stay. I'm not gonna be able to live a good life. So I got to do this. But just know it's okay. Whatever you're driven by, whatever fuels your fire, keep fueling it. And once you make it, then deal with the issues. Don't let them linger. Don't let them stay. You eventually gotta deal with it.
I love it, man. Nick, thank you again, man, for coming on, bro. We appreciate you having you on the Keep Going podcast, man. And it's your boy Nick Peace, it's your boy Limbo, and we out.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday is gone, so you only have the day. You wanna throw in the towel, you wanna low on your face. Seem like it's too much, you wanna walk away. But you gotta keep going, you gotta fight another day. You gotta keep on going.
Can't stop here.
You gotta keep on going.
Try your
You gotta keep on going. You gotta keep going.